Alright, what is going on, everybody on YouTube? Griffin here, coming back with another live stream for you guys as we get everybody tuning in here, hopefully in the next minute or so. Again, what's going on, everybody on YouTube? Griffin here, coming back with another quick, hopefully informative live stream for you guys. First and foremost, for the people that'll be tuning in new, now, or after the stream uploads, if you're wondering what we're all about here, we're all about financial freedom, earning it through hard work, obviously, investing in the stock market, doing earning all types of passive income at the end of the day, where you don't have to go work a job just over broke, have somebody determine when you wake up, when you take a break, when you go take a piss, all that stuff. Me at least, I hate jobs and looking to get out of it personally. But if you're just into just really winning with money, winning with your life, winning in all aspects of life at the end of the day, definitely start subscribing below. And obviously, if you're into the stock market, obviously consider subscribing below. Hitting that bell icon too, because we go live pretty much every single day now. How's it going, Josh? Good evening, good evening. And you all are going to have to accept my hair for how it is. I just got out of the shower. I'm literally getting ready to go to bed here after I get off this live stream. I actually had this video all recorded and everything, and I forgot that I messed with my software, the OBS, of course, and for some reason my computer is now not like accepting the file for, I don't know, I'm gonna have to mess with it. But I literally spent like 15 minutes shooting the video and whatnot, and I went to go edit it and I couldn't do nothing with it. So I was like, forget it, I'll just do a live stream really quickly and it'll be uncut, how we always have it here. But hopefully everybody's doing well tonight. I just want to make sure we have some people. So we got 3 of you tuning in. Alright, how's everybody doing this evening? But I guess we'll go ahead and get to the whole point. Obviously, if you've seen the title, it's just going to be 5 things you definitely need to know before even investing a dime in the stock market. These are things that I kind of knew in the back of my head. I'd watch videos. Obviously, you learn as much as you can on the internet and whatnot before doing something, but it's really different whenever you actually go and do it. It really starts to open your eyes and you actually learn. I mean, I'm more of a hands-on guy. I can learn from YouTube, I can learn from chats, forums, all kinds of stuff, but until I actually go and do something and learn stuff the hard way, like most of you that have been subscribed for a little bit know the HMNY. That's something that I've really learned big time on. I've learned on TVIX. I mean, I'm just more of a learner by actually doing, and that's unfortunate in this case because obviously I've lost some money doing it, but at the end of the day, if you're not learning, you're going to be losing in the long term. But I'll go ahead and get right to it. So I wrote everything down. Like I said, I just did this video, but again, my software and computer aren't liking each other for some reason right now. But first things first is obviously paper trading. Now, you guys know that me personally, I didn't do paper trading too long. I did it for maybe a couple days, and I just didn't really take it as seriously. But I definitely suggest you guys not only do it, but obviously take it very seriously. Apply it to like your real life situation. So if you're going to be starting with $100, then only use $100. A lot of them, they give you like 10,000, 20,000, 100,000, depending on which one you use. Just use what you know you're going to use. If you're going to start with 100, use 100. If you're going to start with 500, use 500, 1,000, and so on. Apply it just to your real life. And why I suggest you guys doing this is, one, again, zero risk. It's fake. It's like a video game, essentially. It's all simulation trading. I mean, you're doing it pretty much real time, but there's zero risk. So take it seriously and apply it to your situation, and really just look. What you need to be focusing on is, what kind of trader do you see yourself being? Like when I got in, I thought I was going to be more of a swing trader, but then I realized that my patience isn't really the best for swing trading, so I kind of switched more to the day trading. I'm looking at options, maybe. Obviously that options is a very good form of swing trading too. It really just depends on how busy your life is, and that's the thing. You can learn this by paper trading. There's no risk. Whereas if you just hop in with $10,000 and you think, oh, I'm going to be able to keep up with my stocks at my computer at work, and then you realize, oh shit, I actually have to do some work at work, then you can end up losing money quick. So again, I really suggest at least paper trading at the minimum the first few days, at the bare minimum, if not a couple weeks. It just depends how quick you learn and all that. Obviously, you're the judge of that at the end of the day, but at least do it for a few days. Test, get your feet wet, as I like to say. Dip your foot in the water, whatever, however the term goes, and just learn your mistakes. And that's the thing too. make mistakes. Like, I'm not saying make mistakes, but wait until you make some mistakes. That way you don't kind of get cocky and think, oh man, on my paper trading, I'm up like 100% my first week. I think I'm definitely ready to hop in. Like, no, wait. If anything, wait for yourself to make a mistake. If it takes 2 weeks, 3 weeks, anything, chances are you'll make a mistake within the first couple days, like we all have. Let's be real. But just wait and actually make a mistake so you can think, okay, what happened here? Did I cut losses in time? Did I not? Did I kind of get cocky and think I was going to make more profit and ended up losing? Like, just learn. Like I said, just take advantage of the paper trading. Learn. And you can always go back to paper trading if you, like, I've kind of thought about it from time to time because I've kind of been in the rut the last week or two. I was like, maybe I need to go back to paper trading for a little and kind of learn more and more. But again, I can't stress it enough. I don't want to hit on it too hard. I mean, I've been hitting on it now for a couple minutes, but paper trading is like a must, especially when you're brand new first starting out. I mean, I can't stress that enough. And then number 2 is just going to be start with like a smaller account. Like, yeah, you might have $10,000 available to you, but when you're first starting out, I would suggest, if anything, start really, really small. Like, start with like $1,000, $500, like just enough to, again, dip your toes in the water and just kind of just play around with it. That way, when you do lose money, because you will lose money, especially when you're brand new, you'll probably lose quite a bit of money. I mean, it's just how it works. But it's learning and obviously maximizing profits, minimizing losses, and all that good stuff. We'll talk about that in a minute. But like, if you lose money with a smaller account, you're less likely to just jump off the bridge or get all discouraged and be like, well, this isn't for me. And then for all you know, you might not ever want to experience, like, I don't want you guys to have a negative experience with the stock market, because I truly believe no matter how dumb you are, I mean, you don't have to be a scientist, I can't even think of the word, I'm so tired. You don't have to, this isn't rocket science. Here it is. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to do this stuff. I mean, it is so simple. It's just knowing how to read charts, calculate risk versus reward, covering profits and cutting losses at a very rapid pace, and just learning from mistakes at the end of the day. But what I'm saying is you're more likely to not get discouraged. It's more of a psychological thing. I mean, let's be real. When you lose $22 versus losing $222, which is more likely to make you go off the bridge? The $222. So by starting with the small account, you're just going to be less likely to just kind of give up, I guess is what I'm getting at. I think that's pretty much all I had for that one specifically. Yeah, like I said, if you blow up your account, it's not going to be the end of the world, because you'll have more money to put in. Obviously, the whole goal is not to blow up your account, but if you do, you're not going to be just discouraged, just be like, nope, never doing this again. And then number 3, I think this one's really important. This is one that I've learned here the last week or so, and actually you, the viewers, have helped me see this too. I didn't even think of it from this point of view until someone brought it to my attention, and that's like, you should never really invest more than about 10% of your account, like 10 on the high end. You should never invest more than 10% of your account. This is based on my experience too. Never invest more than 10% of your account balance into one specific stock, ETF, options contract, whatever the case may be. Just don't. I mean, you might win a couple times, but in the long run, you're going to end up losing a lot more money than you do gaining by just investing so much into one specific stock. Like I said, are the cases where sometimes you just know for a fact that it's going to go up 2, 3, 4%, and you think, okay, I want to throw like 30% in. Yes, but like I said, long term, you will get bit in the ass more than you will be on the successful end. And another reason to do this is because, again, you got to take the losses in, because there are going to be losses. That's just part of this game. Now, let's say you invested $200 into a stock and it lost like 10%, for example. Hopefully you not cover profits, but cut losses a lot sooner. But let's say you just got away from the computer, all of a sudden, boom, it's down 10%, didn't have a stop loss or anything set, and so you lost, what, like $20 or something like that on 10%, right? Yeah, so $20 versus, say, you invested $2,000 and lost 10%, so then you lost $200. Well, it's going to be a lot easier to make up that $20 versus making up $200. Hopefully you guys kind of get what I'm saying here, because let's say your total account size was like $4,000 and you used, again, the $200 versus $2,000 example. There you invested 50% of your account, so when you lost 10%, you lost like 5% of your account right there with the $2,000 example, where with the $200 example, you only lost like a fraction of your account. So it's a lot easier to make those losses up because 10%, you have 90% of your account left. All those other trades, in theory, should make up that loss. I mean, on average, you should try at the minimum to have a 75% profit. Like 75% of your profits should be 75% of your profits. Man, I'm so tired tonight. 75% of your trades should be profit. You're going to have 20, 30 even percent chance on obviously losing money. I mean, but at the end of the day, it's knowing how to cover profits, cut losses quick. Again, I suggest, I'm bad about sticking to this myself, but I really suggest cutting losses around 2 at the max 3%. Again, it depends on how much of volatility you know there is within the stock you're investing. Just adjust accordingly, obviously. But I always suggest cutting losses around 2 to 3%, and then obviously covering profits usually at the earliest around 2%, and then at the max like 5, 6, 7%, because at that rate you're obviously gaining a lot more than you're losing. If you gain 6%, then you lose like 2%, you're still 4% in theory on top. So again, it can get complicated, but just start out small, and then only invest 10%, at the most 10% into one specific stock. Yes, you're probably going to be like, man, in some cases you're going to be like, shoot, I wish I invested more, I would have made more profit. But in the long run, it's going to work out for the best, I promise. And that, again, is from my specific, I mean, I've learned that second. I mean, like I said, if you're new, go through some of my live streams. You'll see I've done stupid already. I haven't even been doing this that long, but I have done stupid. HMNY, prime example, got 85 shares, which is a pretty decent amount of shares for my account size. 85 shares for an average of 447. Look where it is now. Now I'm pretty much having to hold about, 30 or 40% of my account. I'm pretty much having to just hold it and sit on it until I eventually make that money back or end up cutting losses. I even told you guys if it gets up to like $3 or $4, I'll probably just cut it and learn a lesson and move on. But if I were to cut losses right now, I would lose like $186, which is like a lot. It's like 10 or 15% of my total account. So again, I want you guys to learn from my mistakes. I'm learning from my mistakes every single day, but I can't stress it enough. Sorry, I need a drink really quick. And number 4 is going to be what I preach a lot too, which is look for consistent profit potential, not the to the moon as they like to claim, as they like to say, not as they like to claim stock. So prime example of this is when we watched VLRX, and I know a lot of people in here were looking at VRLX, including myself. But I mean, just look at it. This is a to the moon, 119 to 458. I mean, that's over $3 and about $3.40. I mean, that is a huge, over 200% jump. I mean, that's insane. I mean, it's good. Yeah, I mean, would it be awesome to catch that? Yes. But when you look for those, you're going to lose a lot more often than you gain, because you're really just going based off of pump and dump at the end of the day. And like, I would rather hop in it after it's kind of dumped off, because look at the potential. I like catching it right around here, catch it in a dip as it starts to go back up. You see right there, 6 to 7% in 14 minutes. Consistent profits over to the moon, because more times than not, you catch it after the fact, right as it's like tipping. You start to get cocky. Like, let's say you caught it right here. You start getting cocky thinking, oh, it's going to keep going. I'm up 8% already. The next thing you know, bam, it's down. And then you kind of panic sell, lose 20% like that. So again, look for the consistent profit potential versus to the moon. I mean, I cannot stress that enough. Those of you that have been watching me, again, you know that I never generally hop in these ones that keep going up, and I miss out on some good profits from time to time by like staying out. But I'd rather stay out and be like, damn, I wish I had, versus, man, I wish I hadn't. So hopefully that makes sense. Again, a lot of it is just kind of common knowledge, but it's so easy once you start actually doing this stuff, it's so easy to get caught up in the hype. And I don't want you guys to get caught up in the hype, because it's just, you can really blow your account up really quickly. And then lastly, number 5 is, again, I say this all the time, and I've said it a lot in this video already, but just simply knowing exactly when to cover profits. And I really kind of covered this already, like the whole theory behind it, knowing when to cover profits and when to cut losses. So my rule of thumb is generally to cut losses, give or take around 2 to 3%, like 2 or 3% loss. Again, adjust accordingly depending on volatility of the stock. Obviously, penny stocks, you're going to have a little bit more wiggle room, but even with penny stocks around 5%, you should cut. I mean, 5% is a decent amount at that point. I mean, could it rebound 10% in one day? Obviously, yes. You see that this one jumps like 100%, catch it a loss and going up. But obviously, like I said, adjust accordingly. This is like your unicorn right here. This does not happen every single day like with the stock. I mean, the fact that it jumped like 70% plus multiple days, I mean, that is a true unicorn right there. But point being, rule of thumb, 2 to 3% loss, cut, and then for covering profits, again, adjust accordingly. If it's shooting up, keep riding it up, but do not get cocky. Always cover profits. But rule of thumb for covering profits is right around 2 to 3% on up to obviously 6-10%. Obviously cover wherever, but rule of thumb is usually around 3 to 5%. Because I mean, think about it. If you can average 3, 5, 6% every single day on average, of course you're gonna have some days that are red and some days that are super green. But if you can average about 3 to 5% a day on your account, you're going to be doing what so many people cannot do in the stock market trading. And I mean, you're just going to watch your account, just the power of compounding interest. I mean, you're going to watch your account explode. I mean, just watch how much your account grows within a year once you start following these 5 simple rules or bullet points. I don't know what you only want to refer them to. I just kind of, like I said, it's just 5 things that you should definitely learn, master, eat, sleep, drink. 5 things you need to just really sleep on and master before you even like really hop in the stock market full time or anything. Hop in with any big amount of money. So I don't know how many people we have tuning in right now. We got still about 3 of you tuning in. Hopefully everybody's having a good evening and good weekend so far. I actually slept a lot today. Like going in last night, I went into work. For those of you that don't know, I work overnight. And I'm lucky enough to be able to get some sleep at my job whenever I can get comfortable enough. But I actually went in with like 2 hours of sleep, and I actually got a good like 3 hours of sleep while I was at work. And I came home and slept from like 8:30 till 2:30. I was kind of mad about that, and I've been tired like all day because I'm like, if I get too much sleep, I'm more tired than when I don't get enough sleep. I don't know if that makes any sense, but yeah, so, I mean, I'm getting ready to head off and go to bed here because I have to go to work in about 3 hours. And, yeah, so like always, tomorrow I'll have Sunday Stock Watch. I don't know what time exactly. Probably, again, between like 5 o'clock and 8 o'clock Central Time. So that'd be like between 6 o'clock and 9 o'clock Eastern. Probably more towards like that 5 o'clock number, maybe even a little earlier. I'll try to let everyone know in the Discord chat. Again, if you're not in the Discord chat group, and you want to be in it, I'll try to remember to start linking it in my video description. But if you want to, you can reach out to me on my social media too if you want to hop in that. We have a few of you in there, and I'm in there pretty actively. I don't think I've been in there yet today, but I'll probably say something to everybody tonight or tomorrow morning about the Sunday Stock Watch for like an exact time. So again, if you want to be in there, just let me know, and I'll definitely hook you up with the link so you can join. But yeah, I don't want to make this video too long. Again, it was just 5 things you definitely need to know before even investing a single dime in the stock market. Things that I knew but didn't really, I guess, take seriously. Again, I'm just one of those learners where I have to actually do stuff before I actually learn. It's kind of a hard way to learn whenever you're learning with money. But again, it's always better to do it with a small account than a big account. That's the one thing I cannot stress enough. So again, all 5 are super important, but again, you probably, if you're anything like me, you're probably still not going to learn until you go out and do it yourself. But hopefully the video did help you guys out. If it did, definitely make sure to smash that like button. I greatly appreciate it. And I guess really quickly, if you all have any questions or anything really quickly, I can answer them real fast. Or if not, we can wait till tomorrow, Sunday Stock Watch. Obviously, I answer all of your questions and ticker symbols and everything. And then I give you guys a few examples of stocks that I'm going to look for and ones that I actually scan for. So that'll be awesome. We'll do that probably for about 30 minutes to an hour tomorrow afternoon or evening. But yeah, if we don't have any questions, then I guess I'll go ahead and start logging off here. But I hope you guys have a good night and a good rest of your weekend. And again, if you're new, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button below. We'd love to have you here. And if you have any questions or comments or anything, just be sure to throw it in the comments section after this video uploads. And I will be sure to get back to you as soon as possible. Or again, you can reach out to me on my social media. It's all posted in the description box as well as on my channel page or whatever. So until next time, guys, keep on going out there, covering those profits, cutting those losses when needed, and achieving some financial freedom this year. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for Sunday Stock Watch. Take it easy, guys.